This is how we're gonna take care of things. SynergyworxUSA. Before I put any towel against my paint, I lay my towels out and check them both sides over. I feel them up and down to make sure there's nothing hidden in there. It's completely smooth, because just like that, it'll leave little swirls, believe it or not. After you wash your towels and fold them up and then put them away in your cabinet or your shelf or whatever, don't just assume when you pull it down off the shelf when you're ready to use it that it's been clean. I check both sides because I use both sides of the towel when I'm using waterless wash. So I like to make sure they're completely clean. And I check them again before I put them against the car. You don't have to be as OCD as me, but people always ask me how I keep my car clean. I'm just passing along the tips. See that? Look at that. So check your towels before you put them against your paint, always. Don't just assume they're clean because you washed it and folded it and put it on a shelf or in a drawer. And here's another thing, if you are using waterless wash, it doesn't matter what brand you're using. If you're using any type of waterless wash, when you use your towels, fold them up, and you're gonna use it in quarters. You're gonna use every section of this towel, right? Because every time you take a wipe, you're gonna use a fresh section. So you're gonna wipe here, you can wipe here, and then flip it over. Wipe here and then wipe here. You're just taking little swipes like this, right? And then after that's done, you flip it over to this side and you have 4 more sections, right? Wipe, wipe, wipe. And then you can open it up, flip it to this side, or open it up and flip it over. But always use a fresh section when you're wiping, and wipe in just one direction. So I'm gonna put it on here. Don't press hard, just glide it across the paint, right? One nice little even swipe, right? We'll use this side right here, right here. Use this. So when you use waterless wash, unlike when you use a wash mitt and you just go over this, the wash mitt's going to get all in here, all on your edges. Nah. When you use waterless wash, you need to do that yourself, okay? So you need to, get a nice corner of your cloth, put it on the edge, and then just, clean your edges. I mean, that's up to you. If you want to skip it, that's up to you, but this is how I keep my car clean, right? You got to get the edges, yo. Can't just wipe the whole panel because you're just going to wipe even and it's not going to get into the edges there. So you got to get into all these edges because you can see, well, there's film in there, right? If you just clean this part, it'll look fine, but if you take a picture or something or lights hit inside of there, it's gonna look nasty. So you see how that edge was, right? So we'll just fold up this side right here, like so. And then put it inside the crevice. And then, this is only for people that have flares, but this works on all your edges, right? You need to get all your edges clean. So just take your time, be patient. It's like washing dishes, man. You just got to get all the edges and everything. Boom. That's it. Now I'm just gonna hit it with the blue towel. That dirtiness. It's gonna leave a little shadow, you know, some haze in there until you polish it. And be light. You don't need to press on your paint crazy hard. That's it. Bam. It's one clean panel. You just work your way down your car. Cleaning every panel just like that. Take your time, panel by panel. Don't try to do the whole thing at one time because you're gonna miss spots. Just be meticulous. If you're gonna use waterless wash, you have to be meticulous. We don't have to be, but if you're gonna take the time to do waterless wash, do it right. See how that's missing some? Make sure everywhere on your panel has some spray on it. Just make sure there's no voids, there's no dry spots. That's kind of dry right there. What I like to do also is like overlap on the next panel I'm going to, because it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be hard just to stop wiping right there, right? So wipe from your clean section back and then overlap a little bit on your next panel. Because if you don't spray this side and you wipe this side, you're gonna hit the dirt on this side. So make sure you don't really have to wipe this yet, but make sure that it's wet. So you wanna make sure also that everywhere you wipe, everywhere you touch, spray is wet, saturated. When you're wiping off the haze, I like to work, you know, just try to be neat. Work in little sections, get everywhere your plastic. Trim under here, under this part right here. Make sure you get the dirt under here. Make sure you get inside your door handle cups real good. Use your towel to polish your edges, right? Your paint goes all the way around it. So don't just clean the top of it. You need to keep the insides of it clean too, your lines. That's it. Panel number 2 done. And see how that's still wet right there? I just cleaned it right to the edge. Then I'll just spray from here back. Boom. Getting there.
Second quarter dominance. Most outside, and then as Leonard Floyd went to escape, you know, just continued to clamp on. So I tell you, Leonard Floyd, boy, what a great one of the things Matt LaFleur said. He goes, listen, it's a lot of balls going on for Leonard Floyd. He's found a DC right there.
Jeep peeps and people with photos. Don't forget these little edges right here. And down here on your rocker panels. Back, look at that. You need to clean that too. This section also. Get it tall, man. This part right here, there will be rocks that they get right here, it gets stuck. You don't want to wipe over that. You don't want to try to pick it out either. What you need to do is just pull down on your rocker panel like this and fall through the crack right there. Right there. Before you go crazy wiping on the lower areas of your car, especially inside the rocker panel, inside of here, use a separate towel from what you use on your exterior for your door jambs. Don't use the same cloth that you're going to use to wipe outside, but don't go from here to the outside. When you wipe around your door jambs, take your towel and go into this right here, to this crevice. There's dust in there. See? That's how you keep your whole car clean, every square inch. Keep your seals clean, keep your door jambs clean, everywhere. All in here. I fold this down and wipe inside of my crevices right here. This looks good when people get into your car. But on this section here, get all into this edge. Wipe all the dirt out of there. This part gets battered. This is the part that goes right here. In this section right here. So this part gets beat. So clean that too, good. There's a little crack. There's a crevice right here. Just wipe down in there. I clean everywhere, man. I get all in here. I get all in here. If you ever get in my car, you'll see. Cleaner than factory, cleaner than stock. I get, look, I haven't even wiped this yet. Look at the clean that's in there, yo. See what I'm saying? I give it a good wipe down, at least every week. When I wipe the exterior down. There you go. Cleaned and proper. I clean this rubber all around the edges. I pull that out and wipe under it.